Alright, y'all. Welcome back. So, we are getting our steps in. I'll tell you what. Today's video, day 83. Man, pretty good back day yesterday. Felt pretty freaking solid. And I'll tell you what, pump, awesome. Not only that, yesterday morning we weighed in 207.75, the lowest we've hit, and was kind of hoping it was going to end up pushing us into the new low. But, well, we rebounded back up again, but we'll see what happens. We do have the possibility of tomorrow, just kind of dropping back down again. So we'll see. Could have been, I had a soda last night because I ended up going to the casino, like I was talking about, and brought $100. Found out the Tampa casino bins are crazy high. But I ended the night up $275, and then it would have been a little more, another $115. But my buddy that I went with, he's having some bad luck, so I kept kind of tossing chips on his bets here and there. But unfortunately did not turn out in his advantage. It is what it is, right? Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So, went ahead and enjoyed the night. Took my winnings. I bought a little firework display. They call them cakes. It's like the little finale things that just do their own spiel. Filled up his gas tank, and was able to enjoy a night out for free. Ended up with some fireworks and got to hang out with a buddy. So had a good time. It was nice, but I tell you what, my legs yesterday and today are so freaking sore. Apparently, even though we've been doing single leg presses, it apparently is not equivalent to the sheer load and destruction you get from doing two leg presses. Because even though we got interrupted with the State Farm call and everything, which cut our leg day short, my quads and hamstrings are cooked from just hip thrusts, which we already do at 5 plates. So that didn't change. So the only change was we just did two-legged leg presses. And dear God, it sucks. Walking sucks. Sitting down sucks. Standing up sucks. So we done did it good. So it is what it is. But it's not stopping us from getting our steps in. Now, today's workout, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Ooh-wee. It was a good one. It was a good one. Today was chest and triceps. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you already know. Or YouTube Shorts, you'll see them. I gotta post them. But man, doing some work today. So let's talk about that, because today I felt strong in the gym. Yesterday too, felt strong. So got to take advantage of those days. Especially when you're kind of cutting and, you know, you're just kind of down on the fact you're always hungry and shit sucks. Just, you know, you want to eat. And your energy levels go a little down and whatnot. And as your body weight drops and all that stuff, you know, you're going to lose a little strength with it. But you're going to have days where you're going to be able to move some weight. And you may not feel like hitting all the volume that you currently hit, like during your current cut. Because doing 3 sets of 10 that are taking me to failure, you know, it's nice, like the pump is great. But it doesn't scratch that itch I have. That, like, I want to lift heavy. I want that ego lift moment, right? So some days, within reason, because you do need to keep up your volume and all that stuff, lift heavy. Push that shit. Especially if you're having a day where you feel like you've got decent energy, you feel strong on those first couple little warm-up sets, let that shit eat. Fucking put some weight on that motherfucker and move it. So, because I mean, it's not like I lift light, right? Like last week, I hit 3 sets of 10, 235. It's not light, right? When we're talking volume. Now, today, we kind of beat that. But that's tomorrow's talk. Today, it's back day talk. And back day is one of those days where you can get away with moving some heavy fucking weight. And you don't necessarily have to have the nicest form. Like if you're doing something chest supported type of thing or a pull down, the ability to get injured, have an injury, pretty low, right? Like you're not really going to tear up your back. You could, I guess, hurt like a rear delt or your shoulder or something, elbow, but that's kind of aside the point. You can load up a shit ton of weight on a row machine and just rip on that motherfucker. If it's like a chest assisted or chest braced machine. So, and sometimes those like shitty ego lift reps, they're going to lead to a little more growth than if you just hit your 3 or 4 sets of really nice clean reps to failure. You're just not hitting that sheer overload that you need sometimes. So don't be afraid to just put some weight on that, on whatever you're doing. And you know, if you hit it for 3 or 4 clean reps, and then you can do another 3, 4, 5 dirty fucking reps to get you up into that 8 or 9 range, that set's going to do some work for you. You're going to make progress if you lift like that. So, don't be afraid too, you know, if you're doing your normal volume, add 5 pounds, add 10 pounds occasionally. Make sure that progressive overload's going up. And you know, every time you add weight every couple weeks, your last rep on your first 2 sets, or say your last rep on your first set, your last 2 on your second set, and say your last 3 or 4 on your third set, have to have a little momentum to them because you added more weight. Do it. Lift that shit a little dirty. Put some ego in that shit. Because the next week you come and do it, that first set, you're going to get all your reps. That second set, you may only have to do 1 dirty rep. You might even get 2 clean. And those last 2 be clean. And you know, that's kind of the way it goes for me. And if it gets a little, too aggressive type of thing, just drop the weight next week. Take away 5 pounds. So, on your last set or something. So that way it doesn't have to be so aggressively ego-y. But that way your first set or two is way, way harder. And then you're just really focusing on technique and that squeeze. Get all the blood into it on that third and final set. So, fuck. And I am feeling it today. I feel like there's a bug chewing on my leg. It's possible. Who knows? But, I'm just kind of, is what it is. Hold on, getting a message. Alright, anyways. So, that's kind of, what I got for today is just put some fucking effort into it and just move some heavy shit. And you'll make progress. So that's the only way you're really going to make progress. But with that, guys, make sure you're out there working towards your goals. Get your stuff done. And most of all, just don't be a lazy fuck.